In case you've been living under a rock, about 2 weeks ago, I launched my own clothing line, Fight Through It clothing line. So as of right now, I currently have 10 100% organic cotton t-shirts designed by yours truly. So currently at the time of filming, I have 3 of my own. One of them is the one I'm wearing right now, one of one. Then I have I'm Unstoppable with like its own like superhero type of logo. Then I also have Superhuman in the Marvel based font. I think all of them are pretty sick. So now if you guys didn't see already, I did make some posts on my socials in the past 2 weeks to announce this, but I realized that like I sort of just brought it out of thin air without telling the full story of what these items mean to me, why I believe in them and why I believe in the brand, and where these fall in my own mission and my own purpose. And also just to be clear, this video is not just going to be me flexing the shirts or flexing the whole clothing line, which I think is pretty awesome, but I also want to talk about why you need to just do the thing.
Just do it.
Take action on your goals and not allow fear to stop you or hold you back. Anyways, without further ado, let's dive deeper now.
Give me a...
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Jared and James channel. I'm Jared Weiss. For you guys know that must mean not subscribe to the channel, so you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video. Follow me on every platform, and if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to check out my book, Fight Through by Jared Weiss. All links posted on my website, which is jaredryanweiss.com. It's JAREDRYANWEIS.com. Buy the book, and also, as evidenced by the title of the video, buy the shirts there too. All 10 100% organic cotton shirts with awesome motivational sayings on them are all up on that website too, so check them out right now. Any support at all is very much appreciated. Let's dive deeper now. Fear is often the main driver behind why we don't go after our true calling. We know that this is what we're meant to do, we know that this is like what we should be doing because it's what we want, and this is what lights our heart on fire, and we know that doing this will bring us fulfillment. But yet so many of us stop short of launching because in the back of our heads, or sometimes even the front of our minds, we think, what if I'm not successful at this? What if people on social media tell me that like I won't make it, or that my product sucks, or that it's not worth it?
Give up. You're telling me to quit?
But now on the flip side, imagine how bad that feeling of regret is going to be if you don't do it. And if you always have this thought in your head of what might have been. Can you live with that? Or what if everything goes right? What if you become a huge success and someone who everyone looks up to as an icon? You won't ever know what's meant for you if you never go for it, as cliche as that sounds. So as one of my favorite concepts is, which I actually have a whole chapter on in my book, and which probably deserves its own video at some point in the future, you have to feel the fear and do it anyway. When you know that it's right for you, and you feel deep down in your heart that like this is what you want to do, you have to go for it with all you've got and be willing to fail. Be willing to say, even if I fail, I'm better off for having tried.
Guess I just have to pick myself up, dust myself off, and throw myself right back down again.
As we know, there's very few guarantees in life, but you're almost always better off taking the risk, betting on yourself, win or lose, win or learn. Even if you don't get the desired result, go for it anyways. Now something else I've realized is how fulfilling and amazing it is just to be able to hold the finished book, or the finished shirt, or finished product in my hands and say, I made that. I did that.
That's me. I did that.
I took this amazing vision from my head and brought it to life. I followed my path, and yes, it was rocky at times, but that's also why it was all worth it. Whether it's the shirt, the book, etc. And this goes beyond just the numbers, beyond any monetary success, but by doing the thing that scares you, or that makes you hesitate, you did it anyway. And that's an amazing feeling just to be able to hold it in your hands and see the fruits of your labor. A lot of people out there, as we know, are convinced that like the only fruits of your labor are when the money comes in.
This is my $1 million earn.
Or when they sell 1 million products, or have 1 million followers. And yes, of course, while all those things are great, and we should all be striving to achieve those things, I have to remind myself and remind all of you guys that all that is focusing on the external. And whenever you're focused solely on the external, there's never going to be enough to satisfy you. If you can love yourself first, appreciate all the work that you're doing, and remind yourself of why you started in the first place, you've won before you even get the trophies or the recognition. And this is a tough state of mind to get to. I'm sure all of us have struggled with this at one point or another, but if we can get to a place where, whether I sell 5 shirts or 5 million shirts, it's worth it because I'm proud of what I did. I believe that like what I did has the power to help people, and this is all part of my bigger purpose. That's how you get ultimate fulfillment and even more satisfaction when those other rewards do come in. Now next up, another point I wanted to make is that I'm doing this thing regardless of how many orders I get. As the famous Nike saying goes, which I know Nike has its issues, which is also part of the reason why I'm making my own clothing line. But as we all know the saying, just do it. I'm making the shirts, I'm selling the books, I'm doing the podcast episodes. As someone who almost lost his life and has been battling back from serious health challenges.
How do I do it? By rolling with the punches, baby!
So what's stopping you? You don't have to have this qualification or that one to go after your dream. And as Andy Frisell often says, someone out there has done more with less than you have right now, or more challenges than you're currently going through. So why not you? Take the chance. And the analogy that I'm pretty sure I brought up in another recent video, but definitely deserves re-mentioning, is how you have to plant the seeds. There's no way of knowing when these seeds might blossom, but you have to keep planting them. And the longer that you wait to do that, the more time it's going to take overall because you're going to need patience at one point or another. They might blossom in a week, maybe in a month, or maybe not for 5 years, 10 years. Someone out there might not discover your work for 5 years from now, but maybe that work will actually change their life. But this leads me into why you have to be your own biggest fan. You're not always going to have someone right next to you clapping for you, pushing you along, telling you how great you are. But if you can take action on your goals, keep readjusting, keep planting more seeds, eventually, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, you're going to attract others who are on that same wavelength and you're going to get some supporters. But unless you can root for yourself first, it's going to be pretty hard to convince others to root for you too. Just do the thing that you want to and believe in so strongly, and allow God and the universe to take care of the rest. This is what I keep telling myself, and I think it's an important message for anyone out there. And it's once again, whether I sell 5 shirts or 5 million shirts, my value as a person does not change. So don't fear failure or looking stupid or falling flat on your face, because most people aren't watching you that closely, and most people will never have the courage to go for it themselves. So a lot of people out there are actually going to admire your courage to go for it, and that's what my brand is all about, and that's why I'm already a success in my own mind. It's as one of the famous sayings goes, first they call you crazy, then they'll tell you they knew it was going to happen, then they're going to tell you that they always believed in you from the start. Now moving right along, remember who supported you early on. I will always remember the people who were there for me when I was at the lowest with my health challenges, and who's been sticking with me through them as I continue healing, just how I'm always going to remember the ones who first bought my book or bought my shirts. Anyone can jump on the bandwagon once you have 1 million followers, but who's going to believe in you before that time? Whenever we start a new business venture or a new career, or start out on a new path towards our goals, remember who actually supported you from the jump.
Because I'm with you to the end of the line.
I'm with you to the end of the line, pal.
Who bought your products? Who told you that you were going to make it? Who believed in you even when seemingly no one else did? Or before it was cool to? Because this is going to be the people who you want to keep around in your life, and this is also how you find your own inner circle and who's best for you. Now next up I want to get into I guess what you call the mission statement behind the shirts and behind the brand, and what I want people to think of when they put on one of these shirts. So, these shirts represent overcoming obstacles, having strong self-belief, holding yourself to high standards, and being the best version of yourself. Every shirt is 100% organic cotton made in the USA and designed by me, and I really hope you enjoy it, and I hope wearing the shirts inspires you and others around you. And also, as far as I see it, I'm also filling a need.
See a need, fill a need.
Because I've always loved wearing motivational shirts myself, with positive messages on them, because these could serve as powerful reminders throughout your day. And as one of Deion Sanders' most famous quotes goes, when you look good, you feel good, when you feel good, you play good, and when you play good, they pay good. But also, there's never really been enough options when it comes to these type of shirts. And on top of that, being someone who is such a big believer in holistic health and understands the power of our words, or the power of what we wear in our bodies, I figured that the best way to make these shirts was to choose a manufacturer who does 100% organic cotton, and then to add on to this, to improve the vibration of these shirts, my own inspirational and motivational sayings onto these, and voila! I believe I'm sitting on a masterpiece here. Now the final topic I want to talk about in this video is that being an independent content creator or independent musician or businessman, when you don't have any serious backing, or you may not have one of these big time connections in your corner, I view it almost as a war of attrition. Who's gonna be the last man standing? And yes, it can mean ego hits, it can mean getting comfortable with being uncomfortable,
But you gotta be willing to take the hits.
but if you're someone who's built to withstand, and has a strong message and strong purpose behind what you're doing, if you're still standing after 4 or 5, 10 years, chances are you are one of one, and one of the last ones, and you made it past every person who quit after 1 month or 1 year, because they didn't have what it truly took, which is a lot of patience, dedication, and a grind, of course a work ethic, but even beyond that, a mission on top of that work ethic. And a willingness to look stupid, a willingness to not give up, not back down from any challenge, and keep going every time the going got rough. Anyways guys, I really hope this message inspires you. I hope you guys check out the shirts for yourselves. on my website, which once again is jaredbryanwise.com. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys enjoyed the message, make sure to subscribe to the channel, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment. I will catch you guys next time. Stay positive, stay hustling, stay grinding, go after your wildest dreams, keep planting those seeds. I will catch you next time. Peace.